5, 4, 5.
Yeah, we got to pretend there's music in the background because Brad's going to add it in 4 weeks from now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Welcome to the Arcade Hangout, episode 148.
Yes.
I hope the music syncs up with Mock's idea of what it is.
All right, so
It's just
we're
like
gonna put the
arcade.
music in post, so it doesn't help the live people. The 5 people get the crappy version, and the people on iTunes get the pristine, polished version of the show.
Yeah.
You
You're
have
getting
me at
rewarded for
polished.
not watching live.
I caught shit from Brad because I asked for some music for my intro, and he said he puts music in later. I didn't know.
I know, because
That's
we go back and watch it.
post-production magic.
Yeah.
The magic behind the scenes
I
action.
know. It was like, I was like, oh my god, Skeleton Dick. Someone play Skeleton Dick. Do the
Yeah,
intro.
Skeleton Dick rocked.
Fuck yeah.
We should give that to Brad to put over the show.
We need
A
Skeleton
new
Dick as
intro.
a sponsor to do the intros to all of our shows because
Yes, let's ask him
Yeah.
if he wants to put a little, make a little blurb,
Oh yeah.
John, I will
Yeah.
ask the guys if they're willing to donate music to the show.
and
While that
could
music
tell.
plays, can you have just a still image of him with a big eyebrow expression on his face?
All right. We'll ask Skeleton Dick if they'll do our music.
And we'll give him credit.
100%.
Just a little, 30-second thing.
Sponsored by Skeleton Dick, based on a true story.
Yeah, he plays guitar. So anyway, welcome to the Arcade Hangout. We are a group of friends
48.
most of the time.
We're mostly friends.
Mostly friends. A few enemies here and there we've made along the way, but
We're all about the drama.
we're dwindling, but we're still here.
Great theater.
Make it to 150. That's our challenge.
But we are still hanging on. We're up to episode 148, and we are the longest running live arcade podcast. We're a group of friends that like to get together, on YouTube, and we like to talk about arcade games, and we like to drink beer, talk about beer, and talk about what's in our belly buttons and all that kind of fun stuff. So,
Wait,
I don't know.
we have not done a belly button check.
Everybody check your belly buttons.
Belly buttons tonight?
What does it smell like?
Shit.
Mine's
fucking-
prolapsed.
It's fucking like Big
I have
Daddy.
a umbilical hernia.
Does it
I
smell?
have a belly button. We all
Does it
have
smell
belly buttons.
yucky, or does it smell like Cheetos?
All right.
Speaking of Big Daddy, there's a new Adam Sandler stand-up on Netflix that's actually really, really good.
No,
from
it's
the,
not.
this
It's
year.
fucking terrible. Oh,
I liked it a lot.
Oh, God. I tried. I sat
We also talk about TV shows and movies,
I sat through 20 minutes of that shit, and I'm like, this is not
anything in the media.
This is fucking terrible.
But if you sat through 20 minutes, you know that the rest is similar. Yeah. So how did you sit through? If you thought it was so terrible, why didn't you shut it off after 5 minutes?
I was hoping.
I watched the whole thing and hated every second.
So after 5 minutes, I was like, this sucks. After 10 minutes, I was like, is it going to get better? 15 minutes, I was like, it's not going to get better. 20 minutes.
You missed the entire section where he's talking about pussy farts. I'm sorry. That shit's hilarious.
All right, so there may be.
Oh yes. I heard it. Yeah.
I was laughing my ass off. It helped that I was drinking too.
I was offended.
I didn't like it. That was to me like so. Adam
I said
Sandler.
wrote it
He
in
started
there.
talking about dick farts.
yeah, I'm not dick farts. The dick
It's like whistling.
Yeah.
Now,
Adam, opportunity
That
here.
was hilarious.
Adam Sandler's best humor is when he can be awkward and fucked up, like in what was that movie he did?
Pixels.
Uh,
Billy Madison. I don't know.
was it Punch Drunk Love?
Oh, well, that's a serious role. He didn't write that.
No, but that was like comedy fucked up, and that was brilliant. That was funny, Adam Sandler. Like
I'm sorry, I don't pair brilliant with Adam Sandler. That's, I think he's a
Fair
funny
enough.
guy, but you know what you're getting into. That's
No,
the
fair
thing.
enough. But all right. So Billy Madison, kind of funny. Like we saw that as kids, and then what was the one with the
Happy Gilmore.
the Happy Gilmore? That was funny, goofy, right? And then that was it. And he
No,
had
I like the Big Daddy a lot.
he I know, but like he had his music albums, and they were like kind of funny, but like when he did Punch Drunk Love, like then he broke into like kind of indie comedy where it's like it's not funny because it's trying to be funny. It's funny because it's fucked up. Because he's wearing the blue suit and he's playing the stupid fucking like piano because of the that's funny in an awkward, awesome kind of way. But not funny in a stupid slapstick kind of Adam Sandler.
You got Basie on us.
Underwater.
Yeah, your microphone's acting kind of funky.
You sound like you're underwater.
All right, I'm done preaching.
Oh, now it's back.
No, I'm sure it's great. So, good night, guys.
No, listen back. You'll hear it.
Just for a brief, for like, I don't know, 30 seconds.
I'm preaching about Adam Sandler, and if it doesn't work with the audio, then...
We couldn't hear what you said because you went underwater for a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm serious.
No,
yeah, your microphone actually was kind of cutting in and out before we went live, too.
Yeah, that's true.
Awesome. All right. Thanks, guys.
I'm not lying. Listen to Brad's polished playback.
I'm
you can put an EQ on it. Yeah.
I'm not going to spend 5 more minutes defending Adam Sandler in Punch Drunk Love. It's not funny.
Well, I like Pixels.
It's done. All right.
I don't think I've ever even heard of Punch Drunk Love. Is that a new movie or is that an old one?
No, it's old. It's been around for a long time.
It was sort of almost an independent film, wasn't it?
Yeah,
I mean,
fully independent. Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't seen all of it. I've only seen parts of it.
But the thing is like it's so it's not. It's a black comedy. It's a dark comedy.
Yes.
You can't watch it as being like expecting like a traditional Adam Sandler film. It's like Buffalo '66. Have you guys seen that?
No.
One? All right.
No.
Christina Ricci. Never mind. So
anyway,
I never see anything hardly.
welcome to the Adam Sandler movie Hangout.
It's a super dark comedy, but you don't go into it thinking it's going to be a comedy. You just appreciate it for what it is. Punch Drunk Love is the same way. It's more artistic and weird and awkward, and that's what makes it funny and awesome. It's not supposed to be stand-up SNL, SCTV kind of funny. It's a different kind of funny. You appreciate it for like, oh my God, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? Why is he going through this? Why is he wearing the blue suit? It's a weird comedy. It's black.
It sounds kind of Woody Allen-esque.
Sort of.
Although Woody Allen movies are kind of the same way. Like you can't predict the way they're going to be.
Yeah, it's a black comedy. It's not this traditional kind of comedy. You're not going to laugh at it because you're like, oh, he just hit himself in the face with a fucking rubber chicken. Yeah. And that's a really easy joke. But it's like...
Well, and that's not funny either, quite frankly. But but I'm a girl, so that's like the Three Stooges shit.
No girls like Three Stooges. I've
never
met. I'm still waiting to meet a girl that likes Three Stooges. I've never come across one in my 49 years of life.
There's probably like
anyway, we
online dating
fucking intro to the show.
That's all right.
Happy Thanksgiving. I am thankful for every one of you bastards. I love
happy Turkey Day, everybody. Well, it's almost here.
You're all great people and laugh at my joke.
Go drink some bourbon.
You know what we could do is we could just pretend. Why don't we ask Brad to cut this first part out? I missed most of it anyway. I don't have no idea how the hell you people started talking about Adam Sandler. But we could. So let's pretend we just started. We can do our little dance, like he's playing the music.
Take two.
Take
I need to get out my clapper.
Clap on. Clap off.
Someone out there in our TV land will appreciate it.
Okay. In that case, we'll leave it on.
Yeah.
We'll leave it in.
I'll own
Sorry,
it.
Brad. Strike that. We'll keep it in. Don't cut that part. But you're still cutting kind of in and out a little bit, just on the audio.
All right.
Is your USB port hot?
Yeah.
Do we have a question this week, or what are we doing?
I tried, but no, I don't think we do. I was going to try. I was like, I proffered the idea of us all talking about like what thing we might be like arcade related thing we're grateful for, but that was
my logic probe. I've gotten a lot of use out of it.
Yeah, so we're just gonna fucking kill it. I don't even want. No, the answer is I'm not even gonna humor that question anymore because
don't we have some unboxings or something tonight?
I have an unbubbling.
Ooh, unbubbling.
I have an unbubbling.
Let's just all take off our clothes.
Let's just get right down to it. All right.
That would be a different kind of
unboxing. Let's just do it.
Unbubbling.
That's how we'll end the show for good.
Yeah.
Well,
Merry Christmas, all.
Yeah, right, exactly.
See you, motherfuckers.
Yeah, arcade, hang it all out.
we know how to go out
That's
on a
what it
high
would be.
note or a low note. You decide.
We're just going out on a note.
Exactly. It would be noteworthy.
Yeah.
Andrew, do you have another headset or another mic? Just do a.
No.
Your no was good.
I could hear you
That was
there.
a great. That was a great no.
That's a great no. This is the same fucking microphone I used
Oh.
when we were doing chat on games and stuff like that. So I don't know.
You're sounding good right now.
Now you're all right. Yeah.
I wonder if it was just like a weird connection with the. I don't know. So far, so good.
And I'm
I had problems too. I had to switch to speed ports. Why don't you try that?
I'm hardline too, but I can't reboot because I'm fucking hosting the show tonight. So.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, that's right. But so far, you're so far good. Like all your
Yeah.
everything right now has been good because it has been very consistently kind of going up.
Great. Well, I won't make any arguments. I love everyone. Thank you very much. And Adam Sandler is my favorite actor of all times.
Oh, don't say that. You're gonna regret it later.
The whiskey. It's the whiskey.
But you do sound good so far. Should I unbubble? Are we ready? Do you want it? Shall we just jump to or do other
Just,
people?
yeah, do it.
Don't let me talk anymore because it's gonna go broken.
No, but you're sounding good. Whatever you were futzing with, I'm willing to bet.
Andrew, I don't have a phone. I guess I just don't have a phone tonight.
I do, yeah.
Is anybody else drinking tonight?
Yeah, but I'm way.
Dude, I started at 4 a.m.
Oh, okay. We got Bud
4
Light.
a.m.
Andrew's
No,
drinking.
it was not 4
He's been
a.m.
going
Dave's
for like
drinking.
12
Fuck it.
hours.
It's
How
like-
about Gak? Are you drinking Gak?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then I'll go get a beer then. Okay, I don't want to. I don't want to be the only one drinking.
Wait, hey, Mock,
Mock, I'm drinking
that
vodka.
triple.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab one of
triple.
the beers you gave me.
Yeah, grab a triple.
Grab your Guinness.
Grab your Guinness.
Does anybody have off tomorrow? Or is
See, your
everyone-
Guinness sounded good there, Andrew.
I'm working tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Tomorrow.
Dude,
I got
you
this whole week
don't have to
off,
ask, dude.
actually.
I'll just give it to you. It's all right. It's cool.
Yeah.
If you want to see it, it's all good, man.
Buffett, are you busy
I mean, you
these
can't
days?
hear it.
Are there,
'cause
is there,
apparently
is
my
there,
microphone
is,
sucks.
is there lots of monitor work?
Oh,
in
for
the-
that it is
Oh,
basically.
yeah, tons of it. Absolutely.
I didn't know if things slowed down around the holidays. No, you just.
No, it continues on. The monitor repair work doesn't stop. People send it in. It don't matter.
Those 30-year-old monitors are continually taking shits. Huh?
Yeah, pretty much. I get questions about them every day. Yep. They continue on. So, yeah. Well, right now I'm actually working on a Lethal Weapon 3 for a guy and a Zookeeper for a guy. So
Oh,
I'm doing those two as well.
so you have complete machines there.
Yeah. I've,
Wow.
Okay.
yeah. A full,
What about the girls?
Yeah, and a full Zookeeper dedicated.
Nice.
Both of them. Yeah.
Nice.
Oh. So what are you doing on them?
The Lethal Weapon 3 is basically a full tear down, clean everything.
Ooh, that's good.
Yeah, and then the Zookeeper basically is the same way. It doesn't work.
Okay.
It's been hacked up on some of the wiring. I got to unfix some of that, and I got to
Eat those ghosts.
if the boards are booed, I got to do some work to them.
Ah.
Sockets, do all that kind of jazz, headers, etc.
So somebody-
Nice.
bunch of
Yeah,
stuff.
so somebody bought like
I made
they
the right choice.
they got projects,
You've chosen
brought them to
wisely.
you, and you're like, do it. Like they're just basically having to
Yeah,
fix it.
they both of them are just make them the best they can be. So
Yeah.
okay,
Cool. Oh, that's awesome.
yeah. So I do full game restores too.
I did not know that.
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, it's not just monitors. I'll work on monitors, and I'll work on other stuff, then I'll work back on monitors, and I'll work on other stuff.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a back and forth thing. So, yep. But those are my projects at the moment.
Those are some significant ones.
Yeah.
I always get to me the repair and the restoration stuff is just so much fun that I can't imagine hiring someone to do that. But I can see for other folks, I don't have the time, I don't have the knowledge, and it's an overwhelming thing, and they just want the end product.
Yep. That's kind of what it is around here. There's, everybody has money everywhere. So it's not like I'm living in a poor area. I live in a, high dollar area.
Yeah.
There's poor and, rich everywhere. So just these two guys, you know, they've got money. They're like, I just want it done. They don't do this kind of world. You know, I have them. I want them. One of them wants it for his business. The other one wants it for his home arcade. So they're just like, do it. I don't care.
How's that for a topper?
I've already bought.
I just like the beginning.
For the Lethal Weapon 3, I've already bought close to $1,000 worth of parts.
Damn, for Lethal Weapon 3.
Lethal Weapon.
That
3.
thing's gonna be deadly. You know what I'm saying?
When you're done with it, it's gonna be worth $1,200.
Yeah, absolutely. I still have the rubber to order, and I still have LEDs to order, and then the handful of parts that you'll find once you start tearing things down, to find out what's broken, behind the scenes.
Yep.
So plus I got to do all the board work and stuff like that. One of the biggest things broke on it was the DMD. It fell out and it actually broke in 3 places.
DMD. Oh shit!
Yeah. Dynamite.
$200 for a DMD later.
Oi.
Yeah.
So I just put a $360 some order into Pinball Resource for it.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Stuff.
It's going to be probably the most beautiful Lethal Weapon 3 that there is out there, though. After you're done.
There's I think it was Ryan. I was like, Ryan used to have a Lethal Weapon 3, the pinball, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And he said that after you play it for a while, you get really sick of there's a song that always plays on it.
There's 3 songs that play on it. Actually.
Yeah, there's 3 songs on it, but one of them isn't it the Marky Mark song?
I don't know. There's one by ZZ Top.
Good vibration.
Yeah, that's it. I think Good Vibrations is on there.
Yeah, and then there's one other, and I can't remember what it is.
He said he got so sick of it, he just wanted to hit his machine with the baseball bat. Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
Hey, always just turning
like Andrew is with Ghostbusters. No, I can't take it no more.
Oh my god, that was so funny.
Hey, oh my god. I know, Steve. This sound goes out to you and your pinball.
Yeah. I love that story about your brother coming over and playing. And oh my god,
I seriously,
so
I was like,
funny.
I was ready.
You thinking about selling your Ghostbusters?
Dude, I was ready to fucking take a pinball fucking bat to that fucking game.
Maybe you should sell Ghostbusters and get a Guardians or something.
I really would like a Guardians. I would trade Ghostbusters for Guardians today.
I
Junior.
love that game. That is such a good game, I have to say.
Did you play it again at Keith's?
I love Ghostbusters, but I would fucking trade it in a heartbeat for Guardians because I'm so fucking sick of the sound and the music of Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
And the color DMD that just came out looks amazing.
Wowie!
Dude, that looks beautiful. Have you guys seen the artwork for the color DMD for Ghostbusters?
It looks
wowie!
I've seen it.
Gorgeous. But fuck that. I would trade that in a fucking heartbeat.
Yeah. One of my beefs about Ghostbusters, Carrie is saying she likes Guardians, right?
Yeah.
But the Guardians, you can play you can choose the mode you want to play.
Yeah.
Ghostbusters, you have to play it from the beginning.
It's all linear, and they have.
Yeah, it's very linear.
Yep.
You got to play things in order every single time. So every time it's like, who let out the dog?
Who let out the dogs? Yeah.
Interesting.
All over again. Chopping wood, as they say.
Yeah. Which is like apparently.
Have you been smoking?
Yeah,
let the dogs out. That's apparently like against like ugly girls.
Yes, that's right.
So it's
which we all didn't know when that song first came out.
It's not racist, I guess, but it's I don't know, offensive.
She's so high.
Yeah, well, and so Keith has the mod with all the music on it, and and that makes that game. I've had so much fun playing that game over at Keith's. That's probably why I keep traveling down to San Diego. I'm like, I want to.
Batman.
Yeah, that and Batman.
Yeah, you have a conference.
Yeah, conference. Yeah.
I actually really like his Batman more than I thought I would. I really like playing that one.
I'd like
cool
to see his
game,
Batman,
actually.
if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I love the sound. I love the sound effects in that stuff. Music. It's a fun one. So yeah, dude, you should think about selling Ghostbusters and get a Guardians. That might be cool.
You know
what do Ghostbusters go for these days, though? It seems
they're still for sale new. So,
well, you can still sell yours used though.
I know, but I wouldn't make what I paid for it. I mean, I get a good deal
You
on
might.
it.
You just don't charge them the shipping charge, and you can probably still sell it.
Yeah, but I put a bunch of mods on it and shit too. So
yeah, you don't usually get too much.
I'm not getting shit back for it until
but-
until it's no longer for sale for retail. But that's okay because like I can afford to buy another game at retail
right now.
I just need. Yeah, I'm waiting for bonuses this year. So
Ooh, bonus.
Did you get a premium or a pro? You got a premium, right?
I have a premium.
Premium, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
you do.
I got the nice one.
Okay, so the estimated value is between low ball 6,470 and high ball 7,530.
All right, so I bought it for about the low ball.
Okay, so you could probably in between that still.
Yeah,
you
but
know.
I put the shaker motor in. I put the mods for the
Add all that stuff
air
up and tack
balls.
that onto your price you paid for it.
Yeah.
And maybe a couple $100 on top of that. And
Right.
I'd sell it for that.
Well, but
Let's
I still
see.
like the game. The thing is, like, I still like the game, but I don't want to hear the music anymore. I'm fucking so over the Ghostbusters theme.
Change it out for some
Fucking killing
random
me.
other song. Yeah.
I want to put that into a box and put it away in a corner where no one can play it. And bring something else in. You know what I mean? And I'll bring it back in like 10 years when I can hear the music again. And not be fucking infuriated by hearing the same fucking
Jim, why aren't you playing some
Parker
Ghostbusters
fucking music.
Because that's to a
All
whole new
Josh's
cruel
fault.
level.
You started the downward spiral.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, since we talked,
So the new Ghostbusters DMD, the color DMD looks awesome. I am super jelly. I want that so badly.
$400, right?
I know, no big deal. Just $400 more bucks.
Yeah.
what the heck? Why not?
It's
You're
Andrew's
in it.
favorite
You
song.
shut your fucking face, motherfucker.
You watch your mouth. Yeah.
That's
Happy
Sorry,
Thanksgiving.
Grandpa, I forgot. Spalding.
You play that one more time. I'm taking a whiskey bar.
Oh, all right, it's never going to be played again. I want my damn whiskey. Damn it.
You don't want to miss this whiskey bar.
Someone explain to me why we're all.
What the fuck?
Okay, stop.
Who's gonna get
Doing
muted?
that.
I'm taking a guess here. I think I won.
Yeah. Papers.
It sounded like somebody was pounding on, like playing pinball and hitting the flippers really hard.
That's Lethal
Yeah.
Weapon.
Oh yeah.
I need a drink. Or
Can
maybe
somebody
I don't.
explain to me how come we're all in here but Brad is in chat?
Because he's working on drywall estimates.
Oh, he is? And he's listening to us
That's what
while
he
he's
said.
working?
Yes.
Okay.
So that's it. Yeah, that's what he wrote in there. He was
Shut your
working
fucking face, motherfucker.
on. Wow.
So
I
apparently,
love your
apparently
Thanksgiving.
Steve's getting me a shirt.
Yeah.
Happy Thanksgiving, motherfucker.
Oh, and Sarah's going to bed. Good night. Happy Thanksgiving to you too, Sarah.
Good night, Sarah.
Yeah, that's probably about as Thanksgiving-ish as this show's going to get. Let's face
Good
it.
night, Sarah.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, sorry, Sarah.
Have a
Sorry
great
we started so late.
It's another typical show, Sarah. Sorry.
Sorry we're late. I came late and my mic wasn't working. So two things was bad.
So since we were talking pinball, can I do my unbubbling?
Oh, wow.
Is it pinball related?
Oh,
Oh,
please.
shit. Yes.
I think this is pretty cool. All right, so actually, I'm going to move this out a little bit. So it's a. Ugh. So this is a two-parter because I want to first show you. I just want. I'm going to show the before. So this is for, and so my apologies there, Gravatar, because I know you're not a pinball fan. Although this isn't exactly pinball. This is my pitching bat. So, which I have yet to start on because I have other projects that have ended up taking priority, partly because when I start doing this one, it's going to be a whole new territory and involve a whole lot of research. So, look I have dogs by me again. But
Story of your life.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, you're not.
I'm gonna shut up. I wanna...
And see, and now your mic is working just fine. Just when we don't,
I'm totally muted.
just when we don't need it to. So, so my pitch and bat, which is one of the old EM baseball games from 1966, the old back glass is just a little on the funkalicious side, and I have to show this because I think it's so cool. So, this is. See if we can. Woo,
It looks familiar.
Little,
I wonder if I played that at Disneyland a long time ago in the 7 arcade.
And I have, I was going to say I have photos of it, but I can't really display anything. So this is the version that has like little guys who are behind it that actually rotate. It's what's known as a running man unit. So with the pitch and bats, you basically have a baseball bat, and you can send out pitches with different kinds of pitches. They come, you hit it, you try to hit a home run or off to the different bases, and they have little guys that run around. If you make a run, then they actually rotate behind here, and it's this little 3D thing, and it's very cool. And those games are just like, they're simple and ridiculously addictive. But the back glass on this has definitely seen better days. And I didn't realize just how much of better days this thing has seen until I removed it tonight specifically so I could show you, gentlemen. So this is the back. So you notice that it had actually delaminated, all flaked off, and so somebody actually put pink paper that's taped here to try to cover for the pitch and see where it says pitch and bat. So that's actually pink paper that they've taped on there. And then,
for the color.
Yeah, for the color, because all the color had actually, the letters had actually come off. The
look at the goopy paint in the back.
Yeah, the fluorescent light is right behind that, which is probably why it delaminated there. And then they, for trying to put colors, they put all this glue, this gloppy, gloopy paint on the back, which actually looks overall
like Picasso,
right? Like it
on
doesn't.
The back.
So you can see now the pink paper of the pitch and bat, and then it actually doesn't look so bad.
Terrible,
They did a pretty decent job, but it's just so funny to like look at the back of this thing. Oh God, there goes more flakes, and and see what it is that they did to try to like make it workable for a bit. So that was the old. So there's somebody who I forgot where it's in. I think it's in Michigan, who is basically this old game of old pinball glass. I don't think they do more modern stuff, but they
What's
do.
What's their turnaround?
It is slow. It is. I think this order took 4 or 5 months, maybe 6. I don't remember exactly, because it's like, okay, I'm not working on this project. I'm just going to order the glass. I know it's going to take a while. And they say it's going to be a while, and it took a little bit longer than they said, but that was okay because it wasn't an active project. So I'm like, oh, whatever.
So how many years did you wait?
Yeah, it was only about a half of a year.
Okay.
So it's all right.
This hobby is about patience.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which I don't have a lot of.
No.
Just saying.
That's why MAME's so great. You have every game at your disposal instantly, right?
Yeah, right away. I was watching this YouTube video while Carrie's opening that up. I was watching this YouTube video of this guy who was promoting, those 1-up arcade machines that are like everywhere.
Yeah.
You're seeing them all over your social media everywhere. He's like, look at what I did. I took this and I gutted it and I made it to a MAME machine.
Oh God!
And you're a moron.
Yeah.
Because you took a MAME machine and made it a MAME machine. You're a fucking idiot.
I turned this MAME machine into a MAME machine.
We heard you like MAME, so we put MAME inside of your MAME.
He goes, and it doesn't cost. It's not 300 pounds either.
No, but I'm gonna charge you $3,000 if you want to buy it. Dude, I've seen those things pop up on fucking. I don't know if you guys have eBay searches.
Yeah.
Oh, they're like
Local.
selling
They're
them right
fucking
away.
everywhere right now for like double the price.
Because people
Yeah,
get them for like
450.
impulse buys, or
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're asking more for them than
No.
they paid for them.
oh,
Like
they
more-
are.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like you can go buy the same machine at fucking Walmart,
Maybe because they don't have like it
Not-
available.
it's not
The
an
one they
NES
want.
Mini.
but they don't know about it because like you're not doing eBay searches.
You know what? What I thought was really shitty is the Pac-Man only comes
Everything.
with two Pac-Man games. Why doesn't it have like Miss Pac-Man and shit on it?
They're
Right.
all
Oh,
crap.
that's crazy.
It just has Pac-Man and I think Super Pac-Man, maybe I forget.
Really?
I-
Weird.
It
All right,
doesn't
now,
have.
this is a
Pac-Man.
question I've had ever since they were talking about
Oh,
how
wow.
great. Oh.
Okay, so
Maybe.
right,
look
so
at
it's
that.
actually they've actually done a good job of they have like
I'm
tape
taping
around
up
the edges.
back.
That's
Yeah,
nice
I mean,
glass.
yeah, they have. Oh, why?
I want to
Thank
do
you,
coke
doctor.
on it.
Right, and it's really well protected. I'm super impressed. So you can see the back maybe looks a little bit different than the other one. There's
Backwards.
there's no nasty paper on it.
No, looks really good.
Right? It's gorgeous.
Wow, it's thick too.
And it's the
Yeah.
correct glass, and it's the
Mhm.
correct size, and it's the.
All right, Scary. What did that set you back?
I actually don't remember. I wanted to say, yeah. I mean, it's like around 150, I think.
Holy shit!
Oh,
That's
That's it. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
it
don't think
was-
that's that bad for that.
Yeah, it actually. Yeah, no, it really wasn't that bad. It kind of goes along with your basic like bezel
Genus.
glass.
Well,
Yes, exactly.
How was the shipping on something like that? Was that a lot?
Oh, that's beautiful. I think you
Yeah.
came out ahead on that. That's
Right?
a
Yeah,
really
no, this is-
reasonable
That's
price,
beautiful. That's
Yeah,
a beautiful piece. Hang
so
that shit in the wall.
and the glass looks nice too.
so actually, so
one.
Arcade Danger and I put in, or he had a glass also that he was doing for his EM pin. So he and I, it was discounted. The shipping and the glass were discounted for the fact that we had more than one. So I'm trying to remember. I want to say it was actually like one. I think the glass itself was 135, and shipping was like 55, and then it was like. But it was discounted. So for the second piece, because we added on a second piece, it was like discounted by like $15 or something like that for the next one. So yeah, it actually was quite reasonable. I think the order for the two of us, it was, I know it was under 400. It was like 350 or something like that. So yeah, and what's kind of cool is that you can send in your old glass to them if it's something they don't have in their catalog, and they'll scan it and they'll restore it. Or if it's something that they already have, then you just say, okay, this one, they had the one that that Arcade Danger ordered, and then they just generated it just like any of our art folks would do, where it has a little bit of a slower turnaround. But no, I'm really impressed at how well protected this is. And they talk about there's tape around the edges, and not to remove the tape. There actually comes with a warning on it, because they talk about how that's where things delaminate when you're shoving things in. That's where it tends to cause flaking around the edges. So it's beautiful. I'm like big thumbs up for it's like RB Resto or something like that, but it's like the only people who do this kind of pinball glass restoration as far as I can tell. So yeah, very cool. Anyways,
So
there we go.
props to them.
My
Yeah.
unbubbling. Yay!
Should we give them a plug?
Yeah.
They haven't paid
I
us
think
a dime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My question, Mike, about those 1-ups has always been, if they're so light,
Shit.
wouldn't the whole fucking cabinet shake if you're trying
I would
to play
think it
the
would,
game?
especially if it's attached on top of that little stand to make them taller.
They're
You think they'd
already
be
so
like-
tiny. They're tiny. They're light. It's like trying to play on a like on a little heavy cardboard box. Like
Yeah,
what?
they would rattle all over. Yeah, I would
Yeah.
think. I would think.
I don't
But
know. They sounds like absolute garbage to me.
I think you got to build them too. I think it comes in a box that you got to
Yeah.
build them like a Kia style.
Yeah, it's a
Oh,
Kia. You totally got
It's
to
a
build it.
Kia of arcade machine. Yeah,
Yeah, I
like
saw
Necro
it
said.
at Walmart.
And then the best part is you build it and it's still crap.
How much
Yeah.
is it? Like $300 or $400,
Yeah,
something like
$300
that.
bucks.
Yeah,
Oh,
Two
Better off
$2.99.
buying a Lego set.
I think that's the the gateway drug marijuana of arcade machines.
Hey,
When you buy that and you're like,
if
fuck this, I
that's-
want a real one.
Yeah,
If-
next
if
thing
those-
you know,
if those
you're building a
games-
custom MAME cabinet.
That's right.
Hey, if those things keep even a few people
two pinball machines.
from buying legit games and maiming them or destroying, I'm all for it. Go for it. That's great. Yeah, they're not designed. They're not aimed at people like us.
I think they're aimed towards like older crowd too, like my dad or something that might have
100%.
liked it,
This
or-
is-
you know what I
this is-
mean? It's
Yeah, if you're
We're
watching this,
hardcore.
if you're listening to this podcast, like you aren't the market for these games. Of course, you don't like them. Of course,
Are you guys having like coworkers tell you about it?
No,
Yes, I don't want to
I'm
hear
like,
it.
Jesus.
I
God,
actually,
enough already.
It's
I'm
nonsense.
actually surprised. My one of the attorneys in the office, she approached me, and I told her the story I think last week about she wanted to buy it. She sent me a link to an eBay listing for a 60-in-1, and for her that actually ended up being like the perfect that actually fits her perfectly. It had a that thing's not gonna die. I mean, but it's not one of these things. She just wanted to play a bunch of games and not take a bunch of space. It's for her family. And I'm like, I can't really, for me, it's not for me, but that's a perfect thing for her.
Right.
Yeah.
and that's
So.
and that's the thing. It's not for a collector. Like no one
Yeah.
who is in this group or no one who listens to this podcast who actually gives a shit about arcade games, like there's no way that's actually something you want to buy. But for the rest of the people,
Have at it. Yeah.
maybe. And I can't talk too much shit about them because it's like, all right, fine, buy that thing, and that keeps you from like buying a proper
Right.
game and 16-1ing it or buying a 16-1 machine. And if you're happy
Gutting
with it,
it. Yeah.
if that's all you want and that makes you happy, then fuck it. Like, go ahead.
Yeah.
Agreed.
I mean, how do you be a condescending prick about like being, like, oh, it's not original, it's not a actual arcade.
It's not a
machine.
CRT.
Right? Yeah. Like, how do you be a dick about that stuff? It's like the answer is you don't. You just say, does that make you happy?
It's got his market. You don't have to buy one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fine.
Is that something that makes you excited? Are you happy to give that to your child or husband for Christmas?
I do like
Then
one thing about it
awesome.
though, that it gets people excited about retro arcading a little bit, which doesn't happen often in our world. You know what I mean? As far as like more in the more mainstream kind of way. I mean, I've been seeing this thing on like news channels. I've been seeing it on all over YouTube. It's all over my social media crap.
That's the same thing as all the barcades sprucing up like over the last like 5, 6, 7 years, maybe.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. It's like all appealing. It's like a lot of the remakes of these movies and all the 80s stuff. They're all trying to pick at that nostalgia.
Yeah.
So go
profit
for it.
off it.
That's fine. like have a good time. If it makes you happy, then awesome. If you realize that like this is a horrible representation of what these games actually should be in your home, then you need something more. But if you're happy with this, fine.
Yeah.
And stop wasting our time.
See if I care.
Yeah.
I know you are, but what am I?
Stop wasting our time like with the hobby who are part of the retro rehabilitation and restoration community. Fine.
say, kill him.
I don't hate on them because fuck it. If it makes you happy, then go for it.
Yeah.
My good friend
Exactly.
Pee-wee.
All right. I'm going back to mute because I've had too much whiskey.
But your microphone is you like it, whatever it is, the issue's gone.
Yeah.
So
It's
we
no
can-
longer pouting.
We can hear you clearly.
Yeah, but you don't actually want to hear my fucking rants clearly. So I'm gonna shut the fuck up.
It's okay. It's just as long as they don't last now an hour. And another thing about One Up.
Yeah.
All right. Actually, when it comes down to these,
them.
when it comes down to these fucking repro games, I have a lot of strong passions about them, and I really fucking hate them. And I love sending messages to the people who are currently posting on Facebook these bullshit fucking games they bought from
Oh.
Walmart for $300, who are now reposting them for $600 and cluttering up
That's
my fucking
dickish.
feed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know
I
what?
know.
I wonder how.
It's all about the love. And you know what? I don't care.
Yeah. There you go.
If you want to waste your money on these things, I'm sorry. And you don't care about original machines, then
Fuck you!
Then it's, then exactly. Then it's one less person taking the stuff that.
I'm taking the higher road here, and I mute myself.
No.
Fuck you!
I can just play that for everything. It works.
Jim just sums it up perfectly. I don't know. I think, like I said, I think it's cool that it gets people into retro gaming that are not into it anymore. And like you said, it's better that they do that than take a Moon Patrol and they turn it into a main machine or something. You know,
that's tragic. So. That's a sad story. But if you buy one of these brand new IKEA machines and you bring that shit home for Christmas, and you're super happy with it, your husband's happy with it, your children are happy with it. Fuck yeah, that's amazing. Thank you. You're in love with it. And if that drives you then to maybe be like more into the passion of restoration and wanting to have original games in your basement, all the better.
I do find it interesting too that like there's kids out there, the 90s kids that if they wanted to, they could just download on their marketplace on their PlayStation 4 or their Xbox One. They can download their Street Fighters or whatever, right? But these kids are out getting these machines so they can play Street Fighter, I guess, with more accurate controls. I guess I don't know. I just find it interesting.
Honestly, though, the joysticks and that they include on those 1-ups are horse shit garbage.
Yeah.
Well, people are swapping them out already.
The only way, eventually, like the thing, I think that you touched on a really interesting point there, Steve, which is that like they'll get that passion to want to play those games properly, and then they'll play it on a real game and realize that they have to buy a proper arcade machine to play it right.
Or proper joystick
and
buttons.
Only if they go that far with it will they actually get the real experience.
But there's YouTube videos of people doing swap outs. Like, here's how you put real Street Fighter controls into an arcade 1-up.
100%. And they can do that, but at the end of the day, like they'll realize at some point that they're missing out on the actual experience. That's what we offer in this podcast.
I don't see anyone serious in the fighting game community buying those.
Of course not.
And it's not just the controls. They're using LCD monitors. You're immediately introducing input lag.
Yeah. And again, if you want to play the real shit, you got to buy a real arcade game to play the game.
Yeah.
And if you want to play the pure, you can get 90%, 85% of the experience playing on this fucking cabinet at 3/4 size. Fuck. And by the way, what is this 3/4 thing? It's not. It's like half.
Yeah. If
they're going like back in time.
It is not 3/4.
If you get the pedestal and put it on the pedestal, it's sort of 3/4.
No, bullshit that. I would still be playing that shit in my lap. That is crap.
But I don't understand the downsizing because, I think back to like my parents' old camper or even like bedrooms and stuff. Like when people only grew to be like 5 feet tall way back in the day. Yeah, it made sense to have these tiny beds.
1800s.
Yeah. But you know what? People just keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
Why would you even think to make a cabinet that tiny? That's not even like a regular cabaret size.
Yeah, like at Dave and Buster's in actual arcades, they're like doing the opposite. Everything's getting huge.
Yeah.
Massive screens. And
now I understand the argument about it not taking up much space, because it's in your house. Well, then just model it after like an Atari Cabaret or something. But don't try to like, here you go.
I wish it was taller.
Kind of like a legit thing.
It is,
but not at all.
Squished. It's like half the depth. It's like half the depth of an arcade machine because it's like more close to the wall, so it has a smaller footprint in the house. But I just wish it was a little like why did they make it where you have to get the extender for the base? I think that should have just been tall already.
The pedestal,
By the way, Gak, I love this angle. It makes me feel like I'm in the front left seat of a movie theater.
There you go.
Like my neck
I'm trying to find a
already.
random spot to clamp.
Are you just doing this to make me sad or what?
Teasing you. Yeah.
Put the mic near your crotch so I can hear every time you spin that steering wheel. You smack your dick.
Yeah. Right.
For those listening to the audio portion, Gak is playing Super Sprint.
I should have driven to Toronto.
I think he's yellow, right? Are you yellow, Gak?
Yeah, you should have.
And then there's the sound missing on my car for whatever reason. Like
give it the Fonzie hit.
Yeah, exactly.
You just slap the side of the cabinet.
Wow.
Yeah, Chris, you're making me really sad, but also really hard.
Really hard.
He's playing my ultimate game right now.
Well, just pretend like you're spinning the wheel.
I would.
You know?
Spin that wheel. Dude, I'm watching you, but I'm also spinning the wheel in my head. Spin.
Wheels in the sky.
Oh. Look at you. You're going to be fighting for this one. It's the hard one.
It's freaking hard playing by
yourself. Don't make a mistake.
How hard is it?
Hard.
I'm pretty good playing by myself.
This is the first hard.
I'm the best at playing with myself.
Yeah, I always win. Every single time I win.
Yeah.
All right, Chris. This is your big one.
Chris, are you playing that driving racing game again, Chris?
You're done. That's it. Game over.
Yeah, I'm pretty much hosed now.
Yep. You make one mistake on this level.
You choked. Is that Luke?
That was it, dude.
My wife probably just freaked out because I screamed out "fuck" as loud as I could.
All right, we'll stop presenting Chris.
So 13,000. I think
Plus
like
tax.
around 21,000 is the highest I've gotten at solo, and I think
that's still
somewhere
really
around
impressive.
24,000 is the world record.
Yeah.
That
I want that fucking game so goddamn bad.
Oh.
You get it if you get rid of your Ghostbusters.
You'll get one eventually.
Yeah, I'll trade someone Ghostbusters for Super Sprint, but it better be fucking mint.
Yeah, right.
Smoke-free environment.
That's right. It better be home use only. Fucking mint.
My Operation Wolf smelled like it would.
It was only played 3 times.
Comes with a complimentary job.
And it comes with a copy of Guardians of the Galaxy. Good deal.
Yeah.
VHS copy of Predator 2.
All right.
That's a little arcade outside.
Over deer hunting opener, I brought Fast Times at Richmond High to my grandpa's cabin. My cousin's 9 years younger than me, and so he's 12. No, I'm just kidding.
But Tim just hit 21 this year. I don't you guys.
Yeah. So, but he's never seen that movie. I hated to always bring movies that he's never seen, and he absolutely loved it. Like so I thought that was pretty good. Fast Times to Richmond High.
Oh, Fast Times, yeah.
Yeah. And my uncle was all excited because he hadn't seen it. He hadn't seen it since he was like in high school or college or something. No, college, I think. I don't know. He's like 50 something. And so he was all excited to watch it. And he's like, this is as good as I remember it. It's so fucking funny. I love Damone. He's so funny. Yeah.
You didn't bring Deer Hunter?
No, sorry, Dave.
I love Deer Hunter.
Why is there so many weird birdie sounds? Is that the sound effects for the golf game?
That's what I don't get. Yeah.
Noises.
Because it's called birdie.
I feel like you're missing something there.
Note on this plays that weird birdie sound.
I see skies of
annoying.
blue.
The track
Red horses too.
It doesn't go down.
I made that
You
up.
have the really cool music.
like it.
That game's got amazing music.
And I say to myself,
What a wonderful world. Oh my God.
Awful.
Let's get out here and do a whisk.
all right, good luck with the crappiness. We'll see
Yeah.
you soon.
Yep. All right. I'll be back. Hopefully. Well, I mean, I'll be back.
Yeah,
Let's see what it looks
I'll
like.
be back.
We'll be back.
I'll be back.
Oh, now you got good music playing.
Yeah.
We need like a terrible whiskey karaoke on this show.
Oh, that music actually sounds very That music actually reminds me a lot of fucking Atari music.
Well, yeah, it's pretty much all Atari people.
And I speak to myself.
God, I suck at this game.
It's like fucking outside.
What a wonderful world.
How fat do I sound?
I got
You
a
found?
cousin who sings it in every wedding. I'm like, oh, Rika's proud. I'm like,
Oh, we should turn this
fuck.
show off right now. This is terrible.
I like this beer, Andrew. This
Yeah.
is good.
Which one? Oh,
Go
you do
in.
the triple.
This
That's
is good
the big
stuff
guy.
right here.
Yes. That is my favorite fucking triple of all times.
I like it. It's good stuff.
Yeah. That's dangerous. Don't look
I
at
was
the
just
ABV.
playing.
Yeah. I like that you put duct tape on it so the cap doesn't pop off.
Yeah, I wanted to make sure it didn't pop off.
That would like
Andrew,
ruin.
you got
ruin
any
the
guys
box.
sad stories tonight?
Oh, dude. Don't get me started on sad stories.
Hey, did anybody go see?
One day was fucking hilarious when you're like, I'm like, go.
Did anybody go see Bohemian
I saw
Rhapsody?
opening day.
God,
Opening
it's
day.
good.
Yeah.
I liked it. I actually, but I like The Star Is Born as a movie better. I think that's the story. I don't know. I like Queen a lot. I love Queen.
Yeah, I like Queen too.
I was just, I don't know. I almost took it. I really liked it. My wife thought it was the best thing ever.
Oh, my wife loved it too. No one else saw it?
Yeah, I saw it. Boxing.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah.
Andrew,
My
you're gonna see that one?
That is on my list, but I haven't seen it.
Okay.
I want to see that. It's a
I
big deal.
was bummed that it doesn't touch on three things that I was waiting for. I was hoping they would, and they didn't. They didn't touch on his collab with David Bowie. And
Oh,
yeah.
you hear the song in the movie, but you never see the collab, and I think they
There's
should
a
have
bunch
shown
of songs
something
that were
more.
missing from it that I really
Well, the
wanted.
thing, okay,
Yeah.
so no spoilers here, Andrew, but a couple things that I looked at afterwards. They actually originally tried to come out with that movie like almost 10 years ago.
Oh yeah,
and it was
Sacha
supposed
Baron
to be,
Cohen.
Yes, exactly.
Yep.
And Sasha wanted it to be the R-rated version where it really dove into Freddie Mercury's lifestyle and all that. But
Party.
the band Queen said no, we want this to be about the band.
Yeah.
You know, so that's what this movie's more. It's more about the band with the heavy influence of course, Freddie Mercury. So,
Hey, they
Yep.
got a really good guy.
I heard
who
that
played,
too, Jack.
May. He looks
and
like
that was the first thing I said. I told my son this, like, when we were watching it. I'm like, man, he is like way shorter than Freddie Mercury, like the way I remember him, anyways. You know, I'm like, Freddie Mercury's like over 6 foot tall, and this guy's like really short. I looked it up later. Freddie Mercury was only 5'10", and the guy playing him is 5'9".
Oh, okay.
So he's only like an inch
Bunch of
shorter.
fucking
So, like,
midgets. Wait,
Little people. Little people.
they're all midgets. What the fuck? Is a terrible story.
Okay, so the other two things that I thought was missing in the film, it didn't ruin the
You're not
movie. I
gonna
just
spoil
wish.
or anything. Right?
No, this won't spoil it.
Okay.
They don't touch on that they did the soundtrack to Flash Gordon. I was hoping
Yeah,
they're
I told
gonna.
my son about that too
They
afterwards.
didn't
Yeah.
show anything on that at all.
And
Yeah,
Highlander.
And Highlander. That was the third
yeah.
thing I was going to
Do
bring
you
up.
want to
So,
live forever?
I
yeah.
watched Highlander like a day
I'm
after
pretty
because
sure
I
that's
was all
the
in
first
movies.
time I heard Queen was the Flash Gordon movie,
Oh man,
which was like what 80, 81, somewhere around there.
I remember when Another One Bites the Dust came out. That's how old I am. I was in elementary school.
Yeah.
But it was a huge hit, though. Everyone was like, "That song's so badass."
Yeah.
No, it's a good movie. I highly recommend
it's
it. If you
really good.
slightly like Queen, definitely go see it. Did you
That's
see
what
Mike
I've read.
Myers in the movie?
Oh, you spoiled.
Is that a spoiler?
I wasn't
No,
even sure that was
I
him.
knew he was in there from the get go, like because he was on a couple talk shows
Well,
talking
he's
about
in the
it.
trailer, so
Yeah,
I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, that I thought that was
That's
a
not a
hilarious
spoiler.
tie-in. You know.
it's just if you know if it's him or not because he's wearing makeup.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did either of you guys see Star Is Born? I know that's.
No, I wanted to.
My wife saw it, I think.
I heard it's good.
Are you gonna
like
see
that.
Ralph Breaks the Internet?
Most likely.
Probably.
Yeah.
I just got my son the little Wreck-It Ralph miniature
Guinness.
arcade game.
Yeah.
Walmart. That's like my-
Not really
not-
reviews on it.
Not in the theater.
Well, I'll go in the theater. My son still loves Wreck-It Ralph.
I'll probably rent
I
it.
buy
What's
all
that
these
other
little
one?
That's
with
a
the chick
rental.
With the,
Yeah.
cyborg chick with the huge eyes. Avatar,
I'm excited to
I
see
don't remember
Creed 2.
Oh,
Yeah.
Battle Angel Alita.
Alita, yes.
Yeah, I've read the whole comic on that too. So
That one's supposed to be coming out pretty soon too, isn't it?
the comic is so violent.
Really?
I'm really going to be surprised to see how they handle it. I hope it's R. 'Cause that comic is so over the top violent. I mean, this guy has like razor whips, and he goes, and he can slice the person's head away just to leave the brain, and they'll stick out his tongue and flip the brain and swallow it.
Lovely.
I'm sure the movie won't have anything that cool in it. But yeah, no, it's and the chick kicks ass in the comic. You don't fuck with her, man. She's I don't want to ruin the movie, but it's a really good comic. So I'm hoping the movie is half as good as the comic is. Have you read that one, Andrew? No. Once for no, twice for yes.
I'm muted because I can't talk tonight.
Okay. Have you read Battle Angel comic?
Battle Angel is awesome.
You've read it? Okay, cool.
That movie's supposed to be coming out, I think, this week or next week, I want to say.
Yeah, so originally, what's his name? James Cameron bought the rights to Battle Angel a long time ago, like 10 years ago.
Okay.
Because there's a sequence in the comic that's actually going to be in the movie where they play Powerball or something like that. It's like a roller derby, but super violent. The rules are you just have to get to the end with the ball, and you can do anything to the opponents. You can shoot rockets, you can slice them in half with swords, you can shoot them with guns, whatever. It's all anything goes, and that's really another really violent part of the comic. Anyway, James Cameron loved that sequence so much in the comic, he bought up the rights to make the movie. But then he did Avatar, and Avatar was so successul that they are forced to pretty much making him make.
That they still haven't made a sequel yet.
Well, it's in post production right now. All the
like 10 years later,
creating he's probably creating new technology for the fucking movie. You know him.
Yeah.
So
it's going to be in 6D, people.
So he was bummed that he didn't get to make Battle
You won't be able to even tell the difference.
I got 12D. You got 6?
Yeah. When someone gets punched in the face, you get punched in the face.
They get their head cut off, you better duck.
You have to hook up a water line to your TV because it's water. If you do.
Yeah, that's right. New hydroblasting technology.
You know what you talk about that? I bought a TV with department funds today for this one, and I'm like, I went to BJ's, and it's not my money.
BJ's,
but I was like Costco. Do you have BJ's? No, that was a joke. So I was like contemplating over the 1080p to the 4K. And I go, I'm using this with an antenna. Like, what do I give a shit? You know, it's like, I mean, I don't have 4K.
Well,
4K
there's so many things to factor into whether or not it's worth it to buy a 4K. How close you sit to the TV, how big's your room, like because when I bought mine,
this isn't for home use. This was like a work thing I watched once in a blue moon.
Oh shit, yeah.
And I'm like, I was just like, should I spend the department's money for $30 extra? And I'm like, I was treating it like I was spending my own money. And I'm like, this isn't even worth it. It's like so stupid. I'll just get the 1080p one.
I got to see side by side. Can you really see a huge difference or not? You know,
the box seemed heavy.
It depends on how far you are away. Your human eye can only see some. And here's the other thing.
And TV signals aren't 4K really, so
no,
right?
it's barely starting to be adopted. Like barely. Look at how long
1080
it took.
Barely.
HD was out for a long ass time before that became.
But it was a 720. It wasn't even 1080.
Hey,
they would just call it HD.
All right, here's a I'm watching NYPD Blue on Amazon, like marathoning it, and the first season that was in. What do you think the first season that was in? Well, let me just get you some stats because all of a sudden it changed to HD because it was still 4:3 when I watched the first seasons.
Well,
and
even Simpsons didn't change over to HD until for a very long time. They made fun of it, actually.
All right, let me see what's Blue's series. I can tell you because it just
Speaking of
switched over.
technology, Carrie must be struggling with her laptop.
Oh no.
Well, it's been a while. I guess it's been a while.
It's been a while. Who sings that? Who is that?
That's is that Sting?
No, it's. Oh God, who sings that? Right, let me see. Seasons.
I'm actually not a fan of that song.
Okay. So NYPD Blue started in 1993. All right.
Oh, I was right. Or not Sting. It was Stained. I was close.
Stained. That's right. All right. So NYPD Blue started in 1993. What year do you think they started broadcasting in HD? At least according to Amazon. Which that's all of a sudden I got HD signal.
2008.
2001.
Bullshit.
It was. And you know what's funny is 2001, but the opening. What do you call that? With the credits. What do you call it? The
Intro?
opening credits. The intro is still in SD, and then all of a sudden it goes to HD because it's still 4:3. I was watching it today, and I was like, "Wow, 2001." But yeah, I barely. Nobody had HD.
It's like remember going to like Media Play and seeing for the first time like VHS tapes that were in widescreen. Like,
with
what
the black
fuck
bars,
is this shit?
yeah.
And then you put it in, it's like you feel like you're getting robbed because it's like you're still watching it on a 4:3.
No, but like I remember,
is this shit?
I remember getting my first like copy of Star Wars that had the letterbox, and I was like, "Oh my god, it's the full fucking movie!
You get the full screen, yeah."
And actually, I went to So I went to a friend of mine's house, and this is like back in the 80s. Like he had like the widescreen rear projection TV. Yep. It was fucking gigantic, ridiculous,
bigger than you.
I could lay down. It was like
4:3,
and your balls would hit the corner.
And like the thing was, like watching it, we were like expecting like this awesome experience, but the problem was like it still sucked. Watching these great VHS tapes.
Right.
They were in widescreen, but shit fucking format. So like there were these crappy like blurry things that we saw all over the screens. It's like, we're watching the best Star Wars we could watch in 1994.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, do you know what?
But these were the best rips you can get. This was what the best Star Wars had to offer, and it was a widescreen, and you got a letterbox, and you're like, it was the full fucking screen though. We saw the edges that you didn't see at home.
Right.
You had to watch the shit in the theater to see it for real. And
VHS was still okay if you had some amps behind your stereo.
No,
I was the first guy to have
the
some
sound.
The
sound was awesome.
Predator with Dolby, surround, which is mono in the back, but you're getting something in the back. Yeah. And I had some big Technique speakers with a Kenwood stereo, and we were watching Predator in my room, and my friend was like, "Holy shit, dude, this is like," because nobody had that. I had it. I lived for new movies and sound, and that brought it to. Like,
I bought my first surround system in what was I, like 17? I think it was in high school. It was right when 5.1 became like a consumer thing.
Wait,
holy shit!
1998. Well, how old was that?
Yeah, I think it was. 99. I think is when I got mine.
You know what? In 1998, I went out and bought a DVD player for what movie? I probably told this before on this podcast. There's a reason I went out and bought a DVD player, total surround speakers for what movie? And the DVD. That was why I bought a DVD player for a specific movie in 1998. DVD player, new Sony Trinitron tube. I had the whole surround, more sound than picture.
Predator.
Anybody? Matrix.
Oh, that's worth it.
Oh, yeah. Dude, it rocked. Because I loved Matrix. I still do. I loved it first.
My first receiver I thought was a 5.1 setup because I bought all the speakers and stuff, and it was only the 2.0. It didn't have like the decoder and everything. So I returned
2.0. This is like 2 channels and no sub.
Yeah, pretty much.
Check out in the Check out in the
Oh yeah,
in the chat. I put in some pictures of Star Wars pan and scan versus DVD or Blu-ray or whatever. Now look at all the things that get cropped. Like the very bottom where Luke Skywalker is doing training on the Millennium Falcon. It totally crops out Ben Kenobi and Han Solo. It's like you lose 40% actually is how much you lose.
It's a huge amount. Yeah.
Yeah. Look at the differences there. 4x3 versus it's actually not 16:9. It's actually longer.
Well, it's funny when you
forget
first
what the ratio is.
When you did get to that point where you're watching everything in widescreen and that's what you prefer, or if you do, and you realize that all this time that you've been watching these pan scan things, you start picking up like, oh shit, that move, that camera move was artificial.
Yeah. Once you realize what pan and scan is, you will fucking hate it.
Yeah.
That becomes
because it's physically being rotated on a board somewhere.
See that shit like
Shift.
Like, what that becomes like
it's horrible when two people are on ends of a table talking.
Oh my god!
In the original, it's pulled away, right? But if they're talking, that it would be sliding back and forth between the characters.
Pan and scan is so bad.
It's like a bad memory. I forgot all about that, so you're talking about it.
All right, we're not talking about arcade games, by the way. This is a happy Thanksgiving for fuck pan and scan.
All right, wait.
Thank God,
is that the name of the show
went away.
We're talking. The name of the show will be "Fuck Pan and Scan."
What are you thankful for? I'm so thankful that we have DVDs and Blu-rays that buried pan and scan.
Yeah,
because pan and scan was so fucking awful,
sucky.
What's the #1 Thanksgiving movie that you watch at Thanksgiving? Anybody? I have like a couple in my mind.
It's the Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown.
That's Halloween.
Too much whiskey. Next.
It's still in October,
and I'm fucking done.
Drops the mic.
He's voting for the Peanuts movie.
Is there a Thanksgiving show? I don't even know.
Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade.
Yes, there's a Thanksgiving Charlie Brown, but I don't care about that because fuck that. It's the Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown. All you guys are assholes.
Have you seen the Garfield Halloween one? That shit's scary.
That's scary. It's creepy as hell. But it only aired once, I think.
Yeah, I have it on a DVD.
Oh, it's weird. I think it's on YouTube. It's really bizarre. I saw it when it aired, actually.
There's like an old creepy guy in the chair in the house,
creepy
and then all the ghosts
too.
come out. Yeah,
the ghosts are really drawn, like twisted and creepy. It's not. It doesn't fit the Garfield lore at all.
Not
it feels
at
like
all.
It's like they gave it to some creep and said, "Here, draw some shit."
Yeah, I know. And then they just,
background.
Yeah, we'll just air this. We won't need to review it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I know this isn't Halloween, but you know.
I like the pan and scan picture I posted where Greedo is about to shoot Han at the cantina bar, but they're both cropped out. You can't see anybody. You just see a table. Check it out. I posted it as the first link on on chat.
I don't really watch any Thanksgiving movies other than maybe the Charlie Brown one. The my parent or my sister and mom always like Home for the Holidays. That's like their favorite Thanksgiving movie. But
I was Wizard of Oz and Sound of Music. We always seem to watch. It was broadcast on Thanksgiving, and then Rocky 2 was a big year.
Oh, okay, yeah. It was always just the parade, and then like my what would it be? My uncle-in-law was would always be watching football, whatever was on. So those are the only things that were ever on during our like family get-togethers.
Orange Whip said the show title's updated.
I like Necros's comment. Is that what he updated?
The Arcade Hangout, episode 148, F Pan and Scan.
I just watched porn.
No.
F it.
No, I want gobble gobble motherfucker to be the title. That's
Gobble, gobble, motherfucker.
By the way, while we were on the show, my mom called me to tell me that not to eat the romaine lettuce. So there you go. This is.
Oh yeah, it's like poisoned or some.
Yeah,
shit,
PSA
right?
Hangout. Throw away your art. I know that all of you arcade guys just have a ton of salad in your fridges. And with
I just bought some tonight, as a matter of
We're not
fact.
talking about iceberg. We're talking about
I'm
romaine.
so trash. I'm like iceberg all the way, baby.
Yeah, no, the romaine's got to go.
Romaine's got to go in the garbage. They threw out like pallets and pallets of that shit.
Yeah.
You know?
I have a bag of salad in the fridge, which I'm still gonna eat. Actually, I have half of a Caesar salad that I ate yesterday, so I'm like, well, I'm fine. So clearly that's fine, and I have a salad I can bring for lunch. But after that, I'm done with the romaine for realsies.
Yeah. You can eat suddenly salad. That's okay. that garbage in a box.
Oh my god! Right? Yeah.
For people that can't make a salad.
Yeah.
You know, always go the other way and have a tofu salad. You know.
Ew.
Yeah. There's actually a vegan place by me that has a pretty good tofu salad. I have to say. But it's not like normal tofu.
Toad food.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, terrible.
Well, should we wrap up the show? Are we done? Do we have anything else to talk about?
We just
we have more arcade shit to talk about tonight.
Well,
I want to hang
people like Jim's been doing stuff like.
All right, if you've done arcade shit, talk up. Yeah.
Talk up or shut up.
Talk up or shut up. Because we're ready to shut the shit down. I've had too much whiskey tonight. I'm not.
No such thing.
You're not only 3, but you're 4 sheets to the wind.
Actually. All right.
He's not
You
half
talk
in the bag.
or
He's
I'm-
all in the bag.
I'm on mute. All right. Back to mute.
And don't you forget it, mister.
Andrew's policing himself tonight.
Yeah,
Someone get Andrew a Devo hat quick.
All right. I'm getting the Devo hat.
Yay! Yes. Woo.
Wow.
Boy.
I hope Andrew doesn't have to work tomorrow.
Yeah. So, Jimmy, you want to talk about what you've been doing?
Oh, I haven't been doing a whole lot. I just a
How's the
little
video
gap,
coming?
little gap plus stuff.
Yeah,
How's
update
the,
me on that since
yes.
I couldn't get on.
How's the holiday video going, Jim?
Well, we have to shoot the rest of it yet.
Oh, you still have to shoot with Carrie?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm in
Yeah.
California, so we can keep.
All right.
We haven't. But this coming weekend, I'm going to Minnesota, and we're going to finish filming all or the vast majority of it.
Not all of it. Almost like we'll probably be 90% done after this.
Andrew needs to put foam in that dome, power dome. So
My dome has no fucking foam.
yeah, you gotta put foam in it. Even Devo, they put foam in their hats. I saw it on.
Yeah, mine's like naked.
Okay, so I saw this special with Tony Hawk when he talked about when he had his concert with Devo, and when Devo got off stage, the lead singer Mark, he gave him his power dome, and he showed it to the camera, and he showed the inside of it, and it does have foam that they put in there, just like I put it in there.
Yeah, mine's
So-
naked.
So you
It's
gotta,
pure.
yeah. So it's gonna be too low, and it won't stay on as well.
All right.
So
Nice.
you can do that over Christmas break.
However,
Shit.
at this level, it looks pretty good.
Yeah, actually, that's cool.
Yeah, this is like I'm hardcore
Nice.
Devo right now.
Yeah, right. Gangsta.
It looks
Devo.
like a penis head.
That's right. Fuck
A
you.
Guinness.
Are you the
Guinness?
Nice
Devo
Guinness.
version of Devo?
Hey, great Guinness.
Great Guinness.
All right,
Well, I
Jim.
had,
So no arcade stuff, nothing.
Oh, no, I did arcade stuff.
Yeah, you did.
All right, bring on the arcade shit so we can run that shit up.
Run the credits.
Say it so we can end this show already.
I want to know what parts that Carrie and Jim have both got to in Galaga 3.
That's right.
I had I'll first just
and
quickly say because I haven't done a whole lot. I had a very humbling duh moment. It never fails to amuse me that after all these years of like working on these games, that I still fail to take my own advice that I give to other people when fixing these things.
Yeah.
So I had the couple of real subtle graphics glitches with my Gap Plus or Galaga 3, and so a buddy of mine where's Gak? I was just gonna say my buddy of mine. His
Your buddy
name's Tom.
Nutter Pac-Man.
Yep, Nutter, aka Nutter Pac-Man on Club. He's the local guy. He worked for an operator for like 30 years, and so he always has tons of Like he's the first person I usually ask, "Do you have any of this or this?" And I was going over there to pick up the red sleeve, the stopper for my joystick. I found an original 8-way Bally midway joystick, but it needed the red color. And he had like 6 new old stock ones, well, okay. So and he's like, just give me like $6 for it. So, but now Tom, you have to understand, he always gives me great deals, but part of my price for this is to chat with him for like half an hour, like it's tough to leave a lot of the times. So, I block out a good chunk, but it turns out that he's got an untested, turned out to be non-working, but an untested Galga 3 board, same midway version I've got. So I'm like, great. He threw it to me for good price. And I just wanted for the custom chips because everything I had read on Clav and every other thread is that if you have graphics glitches, chances are it's a bad custom because that's what drives all the graphics in this game. And otherwise the game worked just fine. It was just for these little graphics glitches. And so I'm like, okay, great. So I think it was like last Friday night. Ooh, echo. Anyways, like last Friday, I spend all my time basically swapping chip to chip to chip to chip. And I found one bad chip on the untested board, but I got through everything. I'm like, what the fuck? None of this fixed anything. Granted, not every chip is socketed, but a lot of them are, and all the customs are. And then it just dawns on me. I'm like, I tell everyone the whole ASAP acronym always start at power. And I'm like, for the shit of it, I just figure, the game's working, whatever. I go back there and I test on the chip, 4.77 volts. I'm like, oh, fuck. Don't tell me. I crank it up to 5 volts. I go around the front and everything's perfect. I'm like, God damn it. I spent all this fucking time and I should have just taken my own advice and just checked the power right off the bat. So that's what fixed it. But on that note, being that
that's good. Like, yay for that. But yeah,
it is kind of a bummer that I wasted all that time. But then at that same note, then I'm like, I should rebuild this power supply because if I had to crank that pot up that far to bring it up to 5, a little over 5 volts. And then I looked and sure enough, it had the same corroded battery and all that jazz. So I'm like, well, I emailed Peter, our arcade parts and repair, security 0001, and he sent me a full kit. So I did that. Everything's hunky dory now. So yeah. So it's been fun playing. I'm waiting on. I ordered a couple of proms from Matt Osborne. I want to get it converted back to GAP Plus, just mostly so it matches all the art and everything like that. I do have a Galga 3 marquee, and I talked about that, but I want to get it back to GAP Plus. And then I also want to try to get the high score save to work on this board since no one's documented it to work. So that's my next feat.
Supposedly it does. The Namco one supposedly works on it, according to...
That's what Mark Space said, yeah. And that's also what Matt Osborne, thinks too. But he's kind of coaching me through this. Matt Osborne, props to that guy, though. He's been super helpful.
The one thing that I've heard about the two kits, one reason why they're not compatible is because one board runs a Z80 and the other runs a 6502.
Oh, interesting.
There's some address lines or data lines or something that's different, and it doesn't work. Now, if you get it to work, I want to know because I want to put it on mine. So
yeah, I have. So Matt's he's got some ideas for. The big thing is knowing which RAM to swap out with an NV RAM because I just burned the 3 the ROMs for the score save. And I have a pretty good idea of where those need to go. It's just the RAM, but that's just process of elimination. So if it does in fact work, I think I'll just by elimination I'll be able to figure it out.
Yeah.
And then of course I'll post it.
Yeah, no, that's cool, man. Yeah, I'd like to know.
But no, I had a big breakthrough game, and I know Carrie and like Mike Mann were talking about all the different like tricks you can do early on in the stage, and I kind of ignore all that shit. But I do remember about what you're. The biggest thing I remember, Buffett, was when you're doing the bonus stage, and to me that makes or breaks a good game. Basically, is how you do on the bonus, and if you can maintain some extra ships.
Right. Yeah. A high bonus stage, or the 2 high bonus stages, is what's going to get your high score in the beginning.
Yeah. So like I was like sub, like I think my best game up until like a few nights ago was like maybe 80 or 90,000, and then I had this crazy game. I don't know what the fuck happened, and I got to Parsec 14. With like I've done it twice now. I got like 173. That's my best.
Wow.
That's cool. That's good. That's on average. When I have a good game, it's about as high as I get, 170 to 200.
Okay.
So yeah, that's good.
It's fun though. Like I keep discovering new things that you can either get as a power up, or like little secrets and like parts of the ship that you can pick up. And
Buffett, what's your personal high?
On the midway board, I don't know which ROM revision, but it's around 180-ish.
Damn.
And on the Namco board, it's 200 and some change.
So I got to ask you now, the rumors that have been floating around from everything I've read have said that the Galga 3 update or ROM swap or whatever is more difficult than the GAP Plus. I haven't played the game enough to know that, but that's just what I've read. But that to me, it just seems like kind of a rumor. Like I thought, I don't know if there's really a change in the difficulty or not. I've played Carrie's, hers is GAP Plus, mine's Galga 3. I don't know if I really notice a whole ton of difference, but I assume that Carrie's yours is the Namco, isn't it? Yeah, because you've got the stack. Yours has, yeah. So you've got the Namco. I've got the Midway. Yeah.
Right. They are a little bit different as far as difficulty goes, because I have both versions on 2 different boards, and I like the harder Midway.
Okay. Oh, interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. I like the hard. My high scores are on the harder.
Okay.
So I personally, but yes, there is a lot of, the other difference is the bonus stages.
Nash Villain just said his highest is 130K.
Oh, nice.
At a Fun Spot tournament.
That's
so
cool.
just saying, Nash, so Clint's got some scores.
He does.
And from reading the ROMs on my board, I've got either set 4 or set 5 of the GAP Plus, because I found I couldn't figure out, like I kept changing dip switches based on what the defaults are supposed to be. And after I read the ROMs and then I was looking at the manuals, I'm like, wait, this isn't matching up. And I found finally a conversion kit for the Galga 3, and that's what mine matched. And it comes out, I think it's either set 4 or set 5. There's a shit ton of revisions for this game.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know which one's mine. I've never looked them up.
There's like 5 GAP Plus versions, and there's 5 Galga 3s. Even though the Galga 3 change is just basically 1 ROM and 2 proms.
Right.
So,
how long did they make this machine? I mean, for there to be 10 different revisions, that's kind of nutty.
It is. I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean, it's a 1984 game. It's so strange. But although Galga 88 didn't come out until, 87, I think. Which is funny because it's called Galga 88, but if you look it up.
Right?
Nice.
Ooh, the future. Ooh.
Anyways, I'm done talking about what I did. Yep, there it is. I'm almost done with the electronics.
All right, so who's got arcade stories?
Well, and so my GAP Plus is in.
Yes, Carrie. So, what's yours?
So I pulled the control panel off and stripped it so I can put the new CPO on. So I'm in the period of waiting various days for everything to dry and be all ready to put the new CPO on. So yeah, I stripped it over the weekend, and then actually yesterday I finished stripping the CPO, and then today I put the spray paint down.
Cool.
And, so I'm without it. So in a couple of days, I'm thinking after.
That's right. You can play it here this weekend.
That's it. So what's your high score?
I'm not very good. I haven't even. I've like 48,000. Like I haven't hit an extra man at 50,000. I've got 6. Yeah.
Haven't got over the default yet.
Nope.
The default's tough, man. That 50,000 is tough.
But on mine, the default is 30, and that's what the manual states it at. Yeah, it's 30, 80, and 100.
Yeah, my default's 50 on mine.
Yeah, mine too.
And that's what hurt. Yeah.
Yeah, it was funny because we were talking, and he was like, Jim was saying that we were talking about scores. I'm like, yeah, no, I haven't earned the extra man yet. He's like, how can that be? Because if you have a good bonus stage, you're getting like 30,000. I'm like, I haven't been able to do it yet. And it's like, oh, wait a minute, there we go. That's why, because you're getting an extra man at 30. I'm getting
yeah. I mean, granted, after if I have a good bonus round, that 30 pushes my score up to 50 usually. Yeah. But the defaults on mine, according to the manual, are supposed to be 30, 80, and 100, and that's there's only the 2 ROM sets that those dip switches create that default. Right. So I know it's right. It's just it's weird.
Yeah.
I've never seen a machine in the wild or otherwise that had a default of 30,000.
Interesting.
Yeah, never have.
Yeah, I'll let me post a link to the manual.
That's cool. Yeah. No, but just in general, I mean, if you don't get a good bonus stage, grinding to that 50,000 takes a long time with no good bonus stages. I've
gotten to Parsec 6 and had shitty scores, so I've gotten like pretty far in the game.
Right.
But if I didn't get a good bonus, then your score is just crap.
Right.
Yeah, no, it's all about that, and you're so right, Beth. It's all about having this extra man when you get that first challenging.
Yeah, and
now what's your second?
Catching the guys with the extra parts are incredibly valuable too. So that
what's your second extra life at? Because is it 100 or 150 or?
I think it's 100 because if I make it over 100,000, I usually have an extra guy.
Okay, so I just posted the link in our chat, but I guess
cool. Yeah, no, our chat's good because I can actually see that. Yeah. No, that's cool. But I think
that's
if it's not 100,000, it's like 120 or something.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, it's crazy to me how many different revisions there are of this board though, because I searched a long ass time. I'm like, wait, mine's not this, it's not this, it's not this, and I finally came across this manual.
Yeah, that's crazy. Given that, I mean, if this game was in production for 5 years, 10 years, I could see having different.
Oh, you know what's? When I was reading the ROMs off my board, and I was going on to ROM ident, which identifies like your ROMs compared to like MAME files and stuff, and a lot of the ROMs are shared. Like the values are like all the information is shared. It's only a couple that differ. And so I was reading ROMs and I would identify it on the website, and it would show me like 8 or 9 of the same, like of all different revisions that same information shared. So yeah, there's at least like 8 or 9 revisions of this game. It's fucking nuts.
Maybe they found bugs where people were marathoning something.
Maybe. Oh yeah, maybe.
Oh, there's
that could totally be.
Yeah, I have to say, because obviously, so I'm in the really awful position of having a game, having Cloak and Dagger now working, just at the time that and then a week later, Gapless ends up happening in my life, because you can't really plan these things with arcade games. And
right.
so I've been obviously pushing now, since I have Gapless out of the lineup, right now I'm back being obsessed about Cloak and Dagger, and that I am impressed with. I've never gotten to like some of the later levels in it before, since I didn't like play. At least I'm not good at the games when I first walk up to them. I have to play them a lot in order to get like even close to mediocre. But now that I'm getting deeper into the Cloak and Dagger levels, I'm impressed by just how much shit happens. Because in the beginning, like the early levels, I'm like, oh, I could almost see this game's going to get kind of boring, or it's not like, how is this going to be challenging? But damn, it is amazing to me how much like my brain has trouble keeping track of all the things and watching out for these boxes and going through those boxes and the things coming at you. I've just been having a real blast with Cloak and Dagger. So that's been the one one good thing about having gapless.
Nice.
I'm amazed with how many different animations are. Like I said that when I was over there last time, but like how many different animations and how elaborate they get in the elevator and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Like
Screens,
that game seems pretty ahead of its time.
It's super fun. It's just really
what the fuck?
I know.
I was watching Gak play, and he just dropped through.
I suck.
Jump those penises.
Nah.
Yeah, Cloak and Dagger is a lot of fun. I miss mine.
Oh, that's right.
Isn't there ways to like skip forward, like kind of cheat and skip forward? Oh shit!
Fuck! Right in the junk.
Yep.
It is junk level.
Oh, what are you doing?
Oh no!
Oh no, Jesus! I thought you did that. You raged.
Yeah, my son just did something, killed the power.
Oh, well, that's good.
Popped the circuit or something.
Great. All right, guys, I gotta stop here for a second to see what's going on.
We should call it a show.
Doors are broken.
Let's call it.
Seth, what the fuck, Seth?
Yeah.
Thanks, Seth. Yeah. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, Seth,
he had to open both garage doors
at
the same time.
You're a fucking hero,
and I got
Seth.
my space heater going.
Your son helps out so much at the events. And it's such an awesome sport about all this stuff. Like
Seth, you're a big fucking help, Seth. But
you're a big help. But thanks a lot for screwing up my tonight.
Yeah.
Now that my garage door openers are blinking, I don't know, some kind of power outage. So,
all right, are we ready to end this shit?
Yeah.
Yes. All right.
Someone take us out of here. Someone.
We lost Mark already. All right. Well, I'll try.
Please.
I can't see any chats. I'm sorry about that, but thanks everybody for hanging out with us tonight, and I hope you guys have a great Thanksgiving. I got a big belly to fill full of turkey in a couple days here, so.
Me too.
So good times, and I guess we'll see you guys next week.
You got the touch.
You got the power.
You got the power.
Yeah.
Here it comes. Wait for it.
All right, I have to figure out what my power issue is.
All right.
We popped the circuit.
Thanks, everybody.
Take care, guys.
We'll see you after Thanksgiving.
Gobble day.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Thankful for all of you guys.
After all this said and done.